Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I am going to be replacing the fuel pressure regulator on my 1987 Corvette. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the cover over the distributor. Then I'm going to start breaking bolts free. Right now I am removing the linkage, the throttle cables, Now this here is probably a good idea to break the bolts free now while the plenum is very secure. I did not do that, I guess I wasn't thinking, but the throttle body just needs to be broken free from the plenum. You do not need to remove the throttle body. Now there is a gasket in there. Use a little caution. Try and take it out carefully. Try not to damage the gasket. Now it's a good idea to have a new gasket already on hand, but also not a bad idea to carefully remove the old one, just in case you need to reuse it. Now here we go. Now I'm breaking this free. I should have done this earlier, but now I'm just going to remove one of the wires just to give me a little better access at this. I'm going to use a flare nut wrench to break it free, and then I just use a regular open end wrench. With the industry that I'm in and the work that I've done for 30 years, I have a habit of breaking all bolts free first instead of just removing one bolt at a time. I also have the same habit of preloading or starting all screws first and then going back and tightening and torquing down, typically with some sort of a pattern. I'm going to take a picture here of the vacuum lines. Now, if your plenum more than likely is going to be a little tough to break free, I just used a dead blow hammer and just gently tapped it around in a few spots. Then I found that by putting my fingers in the front on the throttle body area, I was able to apply enough leverage to break it free. I really didn't have any problem getting this out of there. Now you want to disconnect the plug. Again, you can carefully remove the gaskets. However, these gaskets for sure are being replaced. I can actually see some damage on the passenger side gasket, probably from the previous owner. I can't see how I damaged that removing it. So there is a good shot of the fuel pressure regulator. That's what we're here to do today. I'm gonna cover the openings with tape because I am gonna clean this area while I'm here. Alright, you know I like to clean. So the first thing I did was took some compressed air and just blew off everything that was loose. I'm gonna go and squirt some soapy water on everything. Now I'm gonna hit it with a wire brush, or actually it's a nylon tip brush. A couple different sizes. Nylon bristle brush, not a steel or brass brush. Now I'm just going to wipe everything up and dry everything off with a microfiber cloth. Now to remove the cover of the fuel pressure regulator, you need a tamper-proof Torx bit. It's a T10. I don't know if all of the cars have the security bolts on them, but this one does. So there's a cap and a ring. There's actually a ring over the cap. So this comes out in three pieces. There's a ring, the cap, and the fuel pressure regulator itself. So I put a rag down there in case any fuel comes out. And there we go. Now I'm inserting the new one. I apologize, you cannot see it very well. But there is the new one that is an ACDelco. Now I'm putting the cap on. Now the ring slips over that. And all you have to do is line up all the holes. There is a tightening pattern for this, very similar to like a wheel. This was an ACDelco fuel pressure regulator, so it did come with instructions, and the instructions showed the tightening pattern. Alright, now I am installing the gaskets. And I need to say this, you have to pay very close attention to the gaskets. There is a left and a right. They look incredibly similar when you're just doing a visual comparison, but there are a left and a right. And I actually have them backwards right now. They sure look the same, but they are not. There's a very, very slight difference, and I will show you that here in a minute. Right there. So yeah, I actually didn't realize that till I was all done. I was able to remove the plenum bolts, slip the plenum up just enough to get both of the gaskets out of the way and replaced to the right side. But yes, pay very close attention. Now I have the Felpro gaskets and they are stamped left and right, but it was very faint. So yes, pro tip, put the gaskets on the right side. All right guys, thanks for watching.